Look, I know how it feels to pour your heart into farming and still get skinny crops or have dead plants. I've been there too. I lost crops and learned the hard way. Today, I am spilling out the truths on 3 fertilizers that turn my harvest around. Stuff that can double your yields to no cap. I am freely giving out these 3 fertilizers I've always used in my maize farm to get the yield I want, which is also backed by several research institutions, including the African Plant Nutrition Institute. But it is not just enough to know these fertilizers. You've got to be really good at applying it, which is exactly what I will teach you in this video. And before we talk about the first one, I want to assure you of one thing. After the 3rd fertilizer I talk about in this video, I will share my top recipe to produce the most potent fertilizer at home using ingredients you already have. I really want you guys to know this. One natural fertilizer you can make yourself at home. It's an organic fertilizer specifically designed for maize farms. The only thing you are going to need is your own pea, some wood ash, and fish scraps. So stick around and let's begin with the first fertilizer on my list. DAP, also known as diammonium phosphate. This is one of the best fertilizers for maize farming. It provides 2 important nutrients, nitrogen and phosphorus. Phosphorus helps the maize seeds to germinate by giving it the energy to split open. This allows the seed to grow strong roots. Without phosphorus, seeds may struggle to germinate, leading to weak plants. But once the seed sprouts, phosphorus continues to support root development. Strong roots will help the maize plant absorb more water and nutrients from the soil. This makes the plant healthy and helps it survive even in dry conditions. So, for example, when plants do not get enough phosphorus in the early stages, they do not grow strong roots that goes deep into the soil enough. So what happens is that when it doesn't get water for a few days, it starts dying. This is because the roots do not go deep enough into the ground to find water and nutrients. Also, the nitrogen in DAP helps the maize grow green leaves quickly. Leaves are important because they capture sunlight to make food for the plant. More nitrogen means faster growth and stronger maize plants. If you want to get the best results, you should apply DAP at the planting time. It should be placed near the seed, but not directly on it to avoid burning. The recommended amount is 50 to 100 kilograms per acre, depending on your soil fertility. Speaking of which, soil testing is highly important if you want to be efficient. Soil fertility is the soil's natural ability to provide essential nutrients to your crops. Without knowing your soil's nutrient levels, you might overapply or underapply fertilizers, wasting money or starving your plants. You can do a simple soil test to analyze the nutrient content and pH of your soil, helping you tailor fertilizer appropriately. For example, if your soil lacks phosphorus, you would know to prioritize DAP. But DAP is not enough to get the yield you want. This fertilizer will give the plant a good start, but there should be another fertilizer that will keep the growth momentum going. And that one that the professionals use is also the most common fertilizer among farmers, urea. Urea is simply a nitrogen fertilizer. It contains 46% of nitrogen and that's it. Urea does 3 major things for maize plants. It helps the plant grow taller. Number 2, it helps the plant to develop stronger stems. And number 3, it helps the plant produce large and green leaves. When maize plants have enough nitrogen, they make more chlorophyll, the green pigment in leaves. Chlorophyll helps the plant capture sunlight and turn it into food through photosynthesis. This means that the plant grows faster and produces more grain. Urea should be applied after the maize has germinated and started growing. At this stage, the roots are strong enough to absorb the nitrogen. If nitrogen is lacking, the leaves turn yellow and the plant becomes weak. To apply urea, you should spread it around the base of the maize plant. Always remember to do this when the soil is wet to prevent the nitrogen from evaporating away and wasting money. You should also avoid applying too much, as excessive nitrogen can burn the plant or make it grow too many leaves without producing enough maize cobs. Normally, urea is often applied in 2 or 3 doses during the growing season. This ensures the plant gets enough nitrogen throughout its development. However, maize needs something more than urea for better fruit setting. And at the end of the day, that is what we really want. Not tall plants, not the broad leaves, big fruits. That's what we want. Fruit setting starts 8 to 10 weeks after germination. This is when maize needs a boost for better kernel formation. At this stage, a foliar fertilizer containing a full range of nutrients works wonders. You will need one with macronutrients like nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium, plus micronutrients such as boron, zinc, manganese, copper, and molybdenum. These nutrients support pollination and kernel development, directly boosting your yield and crop quality. A great example is the Urea Vita Crop Lift Bio, which I've used with awesome results. It contains 10% nitrogen, 4% phosphorus, 7% potassium, 0.13% manganese, 0.1% copper, 0.07% zinc, 0.02% boron, and 0.003% molybdenum. Spray it on the leaves and the plant absorbs these nutrients fast, correcting deficiencies during critical growth stages. Other foliar fertilizers with a similar nutrient mix can also work, so check what's available in your area. Now, understand that I am not sponsored by Yara International. I just use this product and I find it useful to recommend. As always, do your own analysis before investing in any agricultural inputs. Now, if you made it up to this point, here is the secret recipe I promised in the beginning of the video. Get 1 kilogram of fish scraps and blend it into fine powder. Place the powdered fish into an airtight container and add 50 grams of brown sugar to it. Add 3 liters of fresh human pea and 3 liters of water to it. Note that the urine should come from a healthy person and someone who is not taking any medications. Also, add 500 grams of wood ash from your fire. Again, make sure the wood you burnt is not painted with any chemicals. Stir the mixture thoroughly and close the container airtight. Allow the mixture to ferment for 21 days. You should shake the mixture every 2 to 3 days and also open the container a little bit to release the gases, but do not expose it to air too much in order to promote anaerobic conditions in the container. After 21 days, strain the mixture and your highly potent liquid fertilizer is ready. To apply the fertilizer, take 1 part of the fertilizer you just made and dilute it with 10 parts of water and pour it around your plants every 2 weeks. Now, why does it work? Well, human urine is highly rich in nitrogen. Fish scraps provide high amount of phosphorus, and wood ash provides potassium and calcium, and also neutralizes the acidity in the urine. This organic fertilizer can provide maize a very fertile ground to thrive. I hope this helps. This is the Farm Innovator. Subscribe now if you learned something new.